Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. Boy, it is quite chilly here up in the Catskills. Okay, getting right into this. I'm going to play a clip here from Kyle Kulinski's Secular Talk. Again, they're breaking down the last debate. Kyle says really the best point Trump made was talking about the cages. Who built the cages? And the reality is, the truth of the matter is, that's correct. The Obama administration built the cages, number one, and they sent back way more than Trump. But here's the difference, dude. All right? Trump sends back everyone. The Obama administration at least tried to send back the scumbags. In fact, they sent back 91%. Trump administration, they don't give a fuck. They send back everyone. Watch this and then I'll talk.
The portion of the debate last night on immigration was really something else. It was really something else. So you're about to see this here. I think there's credit to give to both of them in this interaction. Okay, I think Trump's best line comes out of this, but Biden's also right on some bigger points. Let's take a look and then we'll break it down.
Mr. President, your administration separated children from their parents at the border, at least 4,000 kids. You've since reversed your zero tolerance policy, but the United States can't locate the parents of more than 500 children. So how will these families ever be reunited?
Children are brought here by coyotes and lots of bad people, cartels, and they're brought here, and they used to use them to get into our country. We now have as strong a border as we've ever had. We're over 400 miles of brand new wall. You see the numbers, and we let people in, but they have to come in legally, and they come in through merit.
But how will you reunite these kids with their families,
let me just tell you,
Mr. President?
They built cages. You know, they used to say, I built the cages, and then they had a picture in a certain newspaper. And it was a picture of these horrible cages. And they said, look at these cages. President Trump built them. And then it was determined they were built in 2014. That was him.
Do you have a plan to reunite the kids?
Yes, we're working on it we're trying very hard. But a lot of these kids come out without the parents. They come over through cartels and through coyotes and through gangs.
Vice President Biden, let me bring you into this conversation. Quick response and then another question to you.
These 500 plus kids came with parents. They separated them at the border to make it a disincentive to come to begin with. Bay, real tough. We're really strong. And guess what? They cannot, it's not coyotes didn't bring them over. Their parents were with them. They got separated from their parents. And it makes us a laughing stock and violates every notion of who we are as a nation.
Let me ask you a follow-up
Kristen,
question.
they did it. We changed the policy.
Your response to that?
They did it. We changed.
Did not.
They built the cages. Who built the cages, Joe?
Let's talk about what
Who built the cages,
Let's
Joe?
talk about what we're talking about. What happened? Parents were ripped. Their kids were ripped from their arms and separated. And now they cannot find over 500 of sets of those parents, and those kids are alone. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. It's criminal. It's criminal.
Let me ask
Kristen,
you about
I will say this. They went down. We brought reporters, everything. They are so well taken care of. They're in facilities that were so clean.
But some of them haven't been reunited.
But just ask one question. Who built the cages? I'd love you to ask them that. Who built the cages?
Let me ask about...
Listen, keep it real. The who built the cages line is devastating. It's true. They did build the cages. There was that famous story. One of the newspapers, it was either Washington Post or New York Times, ran a story, showed the picture of kids in cages, and come to find out, the picture was taken in 2014. It's true. It's true. There's no way around it. They built the cages. Obama deported way more people than Donald Trump in his first term. Way more. Again, inconvenient fact, but it's true. Now, in the case of Obama, at least in his last year, 91% of the people he deported had a criminal record. Trump is not prioritizing the deportation of people with criminal records. It's scattershot. He's deporting whoever. So at least in terms of the philosophy behind it, I think Obama's was more reasonable. But Obama did deport more. And that's why they called him the deporter-in-chief. Now, who built the cages? I'm sorry. That's Trump's best line of the night, I think. I fully expect the media to not give Trump credit where credit is due on this. I fully expect them to cover for Biden because that's what they do. They've been doing that like crazy on the Hunter stuff. I mean, keep it real. Mainstream media, they are corporate Democrat supporters. And all their, coverage reflects that. Fox News, of course, is the Republican Party propaganda network, duh. But MSNBC is the corporate Democrat propaganda network. And even, the other outlets are more and more looking like corporate Democrat propaganda as well. So you got to give credit where credit is due. Trump is right on that one. Now, the rest of it, though, like Biden says, we just saw the story, nearly 500 kids separated from their parents. They came with their parents. And Trump tries to frame it as like, no, they all came with coyotes. And he acts like people who come in this country are all either MS-13 or MS-13 potentially, even if they're kids. And I do think there's a big difference where he's such a demagogue and he is xenophobic and he is bigoted about this stuff. And Biden at least was being honest and saying, no, a lot of times people come here because they're escaping extreme poverty or death because of like the drug war. Now, Biden brought about that drug war, so he's to blame for that, right? Like, wrote the crime bill, was a drug warrior. But it is accurate to say not a lot of people who come in this country, most people who come in this country are actually decent people and just doing whatever they can to make a better life for their kids. Now, you might not like that fact, but it's a fact. It's not like everybody who comes in here is a nefarious gang member, and that's how Trump talks about this stuff. And then final point is, and I thought this was kind of funny, Trump goes from, oh my God, who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages? These cages are terrible. We stopped putting the kids in the cages. That's what we did. We changed the policy. Who built the cages, Joe? So he goes from who built the cages to we have these beautiful facilities where these people are taken care of. Wait, but you brag about being a hard liner on immigration and how we got to be tough and we got to be strong and we got to, law and order. So he brags about, like, he's happy we have these tough facilities that show him who's boss and that you can't just come in this country. And then in the next breath, he's like, we have these beautiful facilities. They're taken care of amazingly. It's really incredible.
Because he's an idiot.
Which is it? Is it like we're really tough on them and we make it difficult for them? Or is it, we really take care of them and it's wonderful and it's beautiful?
Same with the race stuff,
Like, it's... Again, there's no consistency when Trump talks. It's all over the place. It's scattershot, and that's really clear.
Yep.
I'd like to end there. So his supporters like him because he's a racist and he's really hard on immigration. And yet, as Kyle says, oh, they're living in really nice facilities. Like when I was watching the debate, he goes, I'm the least racist person, which is a ridiculous thing to say. But still, his supporters don't want him. They don't want him to say that. They want him to say I'm a fucking racist. All right, there you go. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. I got my kratom in my mouth. Okay.